These BTR valve covers not only are going to look good, but they're functional as well. Welcome back to Bad Attitude C10. Today we're going to go over the pre-assembly of our valve covers we'll be using on our LS engine from BTR, Brian Tooley Racing. So we're going to go ahead and install the 12 ORB fittings, the plugs, the oil fill cap, and I'm going to show you about how to install the baffles for our evac system. So let's get to it. You can find these valve covers at BrianTooleyRacing.com, and they offer them in several colors. I opted to go with the black to kind of go with the Bad Attitude theme. The valve covers I'll be installing are part number BCA-02-BLK. Now, you can download the instructions from BrianTooleyRacing.com, and it's found under the download tab of each item. So as you can see, the valve covers are very well packed and protected from cardboard to keep them from getting scratched. Now, the ones that we chose to use do not have the mounts for the coils because I'm going to remote mount my coils. Now, they did come with a little goodie bag that has a oil fill cap, a plug, and the baffles with the hardware to install them. Now, if you notice, both sides of the valve covers have 12 ORB threaded bungs. This will allow us to use our evac system and an oil fill cap or the plugs on the front or the rear, wherever we choose to do it. So at first glance, the rails are really clean. The grooves are cut to accept OEM gaskets, and here you can see the spots or the provisions for the baffles. Now, what's in the goodie bag is, as I mentioned, you do get an oil fill cap, which you can see here, and it does include an O-ring for it. So we're going to go ahead and pop that in place, and we'll pop it on here in a minute. And in addition, you get one plug. So on the side of the valve cover that you're not going to use the oil fill cap, you can just put this little Allen headed plug in it and be done with it. So also, they give you all the little machine screws that will hold the baffles in. They give you 2 extra, and the baffles themselves. Now be aware the baffles are notched, and I'll show you the orientation here in a minute. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm opting to use some blue Loctite on these screws just to be safe, and I usually put it in a little container, that way I can just dip it in the thread instead of having to worry about, making a mess later. So in addition, I did pick up 2 -10 12 ORB fittings for my evacuation system, and I'll also grab some of the OEM style mounting hardware because these valve covers take standard OEM hardware. Also, I ran across a good deal on some OEM style gaskets, so I snagged them while I was on Amazon as well. So now that we got all the goodies open and kind of laid out, and I'm prepped to start installing all this stuff on our new valve covers, I'm going to start by using the valve cover for the driver's side, and I'm going to install the plug on the back. And this is because my master cylinder will not give me much clearance on that side, so we're just going to put the plug in, and I don't have an Allen head big enough here, so we'll just knock that out once we install it. Now, the screws for the baffles state that they need to be torqued to 32 inch-pounds, so I'm going to go ahead and use my little trusty handheld inch-pound torque wrench, driver, whatever you'd like to call it. And as you see here, it's set at 32. And then as this shows here, you can see the orientation of the baffle. It shows that the notch goes toward the top of the valve cover. So the top's going to be the side facing your intake. So I'm going to go ahead and install the baffle, and I'm going to try to position this where you can see it. I'm going to put a little dab of blue Loctite on my thread, and these are self-tapping screws, so just be patient with them and get them started and go ahead and put them on. Now once I'm going to time lapse this, and I'll slow it down so you can actually hear the torque wrench click when it gets to the proper torque setting. So I kind of didn't think ahead, and I needed to grab a little extension from my bit, that way I could get the driver on and torque it properly. Now guys, I'm using one of my old phones as a camera, so I really can't tell if I'm getting this baffle location in the right spot for y'all to see it very well, so bear with me. I'm trying to give you a whole lot of different views to hopefully cover it. So as you can see, it does cover the hole pretty well, and that should restrict us from getting any oil. So after that, I'm going to go ahead and install our 12 ORB fitting and snug it up with an AN adjustable jaw wrench. Now guys and gals, when you're on a budget like me, sometimes you don't have the appropriate cap. So I had a reducer that went from a 10 down to a 6, so I did have a cap for the 6, so I used that to plug everything. So the installation of the factory mounting hardware, it just pretty much just put pressure on it, pop it through and pull it, and you'll actually feel the big O-ring boss seat. Once you get it there, you're good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and time lapse popping the rest of these through, and we'll go on from there. So another great thing about the valve cover is they did cut the groove deep enough that you can use a factory style gasket, which is a hell of a lot better than having to use one of the just little O-rings that you kind of run it all the way around, push it down, and then cut to fit and hope it stays in. But these guys, dude, they go in, the groove holds it well, and I'll give you a little look right here as soon as I finish getting this popped in. But I do like this a lot better than most aftermarket valve covers. So there you have it. You can see it's a nice, smooth looking valve cover. The baffle is going to hang way deep in the head, and we're going to move over to the next one. I'm just going to super time lapse it. Now I am going to slow down to try to give y'all a better view of how the baffle does restrict oil from coming out for our crankcase ventilation system. And I also wanted y'all to see the fill cap. So the fill cap just goes in one of the 12 ORB hoses, and in our case I'm going to put it in the rear on the passenger side. And then we'll put a dash 10 12 ORB fitting in the front for our crankcase ventilation on the passenger side. So I'm going to go ahead and snug that up with the AN adjustable jaw wrench, and then we'll go from there. And as I did on the driver's side, I'm going to put a 10 reducer to a 6 with the cap to protect our threads till we get everything going. So I'm going to go ahead and super time lapse the rest of this and get us closer to the install. So there you go, the finished product. Well, let's go ahead and grab the other one and get outside and throw these on the engine. So we're going to start by loosening up the hardware that's holding on our valve cover on the driver's side. Now remember, I pulled the springs off the #1 cylinder last week, so I'm missing a couple valve springs in here, but don't sweat it. We have to do our cam and valve spring upgrade here in the next week or so, so that's why it's empty under here. In addition, I had to remove the standoffs for the mounting hardware of the valve cover. That way I keep them with the valve cover, because Bubba did purchase the valve covers, and they will be going to him. So with the old valve cover removed, here we come with our new BTR valve cover, and we get a first glance of what it's going to look like on the engine. So I'm going to go ahead and hand tighten these, and then I'll go back through and just use a 1/4" ratchet and snug everything down. With that being done, I'm going to go ahead and use this Allen bit and snug up the plug that's going to be on the back of the driver's side valve cover. So we're going to basically rinse and repeat for the passenger side. So here we go, super time lapse. So there you have it. I'm going to give you a few views of what these bad boys look like. I think they look pretty slick. Let me know what you think about them in the comments. Until next time, I'll see you then.